You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. President Joe Biden is speaking right now, commemorating the 500,000 people who have died due to COVID-19. Let's go live to the White House. We're going live to the White House.
Our fathers, our sons, our daughters, husbands, wives. We have to fight this together as one people, as the United States of America. That's the only way we're going to beat this virus, I promise you. The only way to spare more pain and more loss, the only way these millstones no longer mark our national mourning, these milestones, I should say, no longer mark our national mourning. Let this not be a story of how far we fell, but of how far we climb back up. We can do this. For in this year of profound loss, we've seen profound courage from all of you on the front lines. I know the stress, the trauma, the grief you carry, but you give us hope. You keep us going. You remind us that we do take care of our own, that we leave nobody behind, and that while we've been humbled, we have never given up. We are America. We can and will do this. In just a few minutes, Jill and I, Kamala and Doug, will hold a moment of silence here in the White House, the people's house, your house. We ask you to join us, to remember so we can heal, to find purpose in the work ahead, to show that there is light in the darkness. This nation will smile again. This nation will know sunny days again. This nation will know joy again. And as we do, we'll remember each person we've lost, the lives they lived, the loved ones they left behind. We will get through this, I promise you. But my heart aches for you, those of you who are going through it right now. May God bless you all, particularly those who've lost someone. God bless you.
That was President Joe Biden, of course, speaking at the White House, where he is about to lead a moment of silence and a candlelit ceremony for those who have lost their lives due to COVID-19. 500,000 Americans have now died as a result of COVID-19, and he has frankly done more since he's been president addressing this very issue than Donald Trump ever did. Like I said, in a moment, we're going to go back to the White House to actually have a live look at that moment of silence, as well as the candle lids, all on the back end of the White House. Go ahead and take that shot, folks. What you're seeing right now is this shot outside of the White House there, the rear of the White House, where all of these candles are lit to commemorate the folks who have lost their lives. Our panel is Kieran Young, Democratic strategist, Dr. Julianne Malveaux, economist, president emerita, Bennett College, Teresa Lundy, principal founder, TML Communications. We can go back to the shot of the White House, and then we'll just talk over it, folks. I want to first start with you, Teresa, somebody who understands communications and the importance of it. The reality is this, President Biden understands how significant this issue is. It was a major issue during the election. So for him to spend the amount of time, remember, of course, when he got inaugurated, they had the events taking place where they had a ceremony at the reflection pool for those who lost their lives due to COVID-19. And so then you have this as well. This is what we call a president understanding how to touch a touch point for Americans.
Yeah, the Biden-Harris administration has definitely understood what the needs of the people are. And right now it's about understanding that lives have been lost and rebuilding America. And I think what that means, you know, especially to the Biden-Harris administration, is that the time has come to rebuild, to strengthen, to show what real leadership looks like. But in order to do that, you actually have to identify where the problems are and also provide resources and understanding for the families and the lives that are lost. So it was really, not only monumentous, but it was remarkable that the works that they did, the compassion and the sympathy that was shown, because for 4 years we didn't have that. We didn't have.
Teresa, hold tight 1 second. This is the moment of silence at the White House. And that was President Joe Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, joined by Vice President Kamala Harris, and of course, Second Gentleman Douglas Emhoff. Teresa, go ahead and continue with your comments.
Yeah, I mean, outside of us knowing, that we have a Biden administration that is listening to the hearts and souls of the people, and takes that compassion with them in every decision, it's just rewarding to know that we have leadership finally back in the White House after 4 years of destruction and turmoil for most Americans.
Julianne.
It was a very somber moment, very important one. As Teresa said, we haven't seen this before. We've seen the deaths toll rising. You've seen no response from the previous president. But what President Biden and Vice President Harris have done is made it clear that when you have 500,000 people dead, it requires some acknowledgement and some commemoration. So, as I said, it was a very somber moment and a very appropriate one. And it really does bode well in terms of looking at this administration and how they understand all of our pain. 500,000 people, I don't know a person who hasn't been affected by someone who's passed because of this COVID, or who has been affected by it. I know young people who are still trying to get through it. And I know other people who've lost, my godfather died a month ago because of this. So we have so many people who are affected, and it's useful to have an administration that says, I feel your pain.
Kira, that is obviously something that is important, because people do want to believe. They want to see out of the President of the United States being the healer in chief. That is something that Donald Trump never did. And keep in mind, Donald Trump said that COVID was going to disappear by June of last year.
No, I think the president is right in trying to heal the country. I think he's focused on, showing the compassion that the previous president could not. And I think there are so many people who have been struggling throughout this, so many people in different communities around the country who have lost jobs and lost family members, that it's right for him to start this presidency by focusing on COVID, trying to address the problems with COVID-19, but also remembering the people that have been lost and remembering the suffering that has gone on throughout the last year. And I think healing the country is the best way for him to start this presidency.
Every single night, we've got some of the top black experts. You're not going to see them on cable news or broadcast news because you swear black people aren't experts when it comes to this health crisis. That's why we have this show and why we do what we do every day on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Joining us right now is retired General Russell Honore, the nation's first black Surgeon General, Dr. Joycelyn Elders. John Hope Bryant, he is the founder of Operation Hope. Senator Kamala Harris of California, Dr. Cedrina Calder, retired General Lloyd Austin, Congresswoman Karen Bass, Commissioner Omari Hardick, Bureau President in Brooklyn, Eric Adams, Dr. Joseph Graves, America's Wealth Coach, Deborah Owens, Dr. Corey Hebert, Patel Saul, Howard University student, Pastor Jamal Bryant, Dr. Christy McDowell, Benja Ajilore, senior economist at the Center for American Progress, Gilda Daniels, again, author of the book, The Crisis of Voter Suppression in America. 4 stars, General Kip Ward. Dr. Oliver Brooks is president of the National Medical Association, president of the American Medical Association, Dr. Patrice Harris. Joby Benjamin, Dr. Alexia Gaffney, infectious disease specialist, Dr. Georges Benjamin, executive director of the American Public Health Association, Malcolm Nance, family medicine physician, Dr. Jen Caudle, Dr. Tashaka Cunningham, a molecular biologist, Kat Stafford. She's a national race and ethnicity reporter for the Associated Press. Dr. Wayne A.I. Frederick, who is the president of Howard University, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke from the state of New York, William Spriggs, AFL-CIO economist, Andrea James, executive director of the National Council for Incarcerated and Formerly Incarcerated Women and Girls. All right, let's go to Capitol Hill. Congressman Gregory Meeks, Congresswoman Eddie British Johnson of Texas, Congresswoman Barbara Lee, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar, mental health clinician Jamie Singletary, Prince George's County State's Attorney Aisha Brayboy, as well as Dylan Hayrie, ACLU Justice Division strategist. Dr. Cindy Duke, she is a virologist. Principal Steve Perry of Capitol Prep. Health and wellness specialist Dr. Yolandra Hancock. Desmond Meade, president of the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. Cliff Albright, who is the co-founder of Black Voters Matter. Michael Harriet with The Root. Mina McWhorter, founder of Love by the Hand. Dr. Julianne Malvo, economist, president, Emerita Bennett College. Coroner Michael Fowler is the mayor of Atlanta. Keisha Lance Bottoms, mental health therapist Suzette Clark. Justin Gibney, attorney and political strategist, and Bishop Vincent Matthews Jr. Dr. Suzette McKinney, CEO and executive director of the Illinois Medical District. Dr. Leon McDougall, president-elect of the National Medical Association. Jana Bailey, mayor of Moss Point, Mississippi, Mario King. We're going to keep driving this thing to make sure our people are fully aware, safe, protected from coronavirus. You're getting the top medical experts, the top business experts, top political experts, top religious experts, because that's why we do what we do. Unapologetically and unfiltered. Ain't nobody else in the black media space doing what we do. Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.